Hi everyone. Hi. So I've gotten a couple of questions about the writing aspects of the Duolingo English tests, right? The writing question types. And I decided, okay, let me just make specific videos about them, not just taking the tests now. Right. Without wasting any more of your time, let's get right into it. So there are two writing aspects that I want to address. Descriptive writing, which is also known as write about the photo, then the essay writing, which is also known as write about the topic below or write about the topic. Anyway, in this particular video, I'm going to be talking about the descriptive writing, write about the photo. While I'm at it, I might as well address to speak about the photo because they are the same thing. One just requires you to speak and the other requires you to write. Whilst the writing can be more technical because you have less time and again it's dependent on your writing speed, they are practically the same thing. Anyway, too much talk. Let's get right into it. The way I address those kind of questions or the way I answer these kind of questions is at the back of my mind, I know that I'm describing an image and basically I'm just saying things as I see them in as much detail as possible using the appropriate words or the most appropriate word, right? In that particular instance. Anyway, when I'm describing something or when you want to describe something, there's certain things you should put in place. There's usually something happening majorly. Like there's something that is glaring majorly, and there are other things you can speak about. Just go with this mindset. Say things as you see them in as much detail as possible, using the words you deem most appropriate. And please try to come with all that you can come with. Use the most complicated words possible, but don't use words that you don't know. If you are really advanced in English, go ahead and let them know how vast your vocabulary is, right? In this case. Anyway, if you're describing a picture, there are certain things you should talk about. In the picture, there are going to be things in that picture, right? Either animate or inanimate. And by animate, I mean living things or non-living things, objects. Just have that at the back of your mind. And then to describe those things in that image, you need to speak about the name, the size, the color, the position, the action, and the posture. I'm going to try to go again, but I don't know if I will get the order I mentioned it. But let's go. The name, the size, color, posture, position, and action that thing is taking in that moment, right? Pictures tell a lot of things, so just say what the picture is telling you. Anyway, by name, I'm going to address each of them one after the other. By name, I mean whatever it is called. Common noun, boy, girl, young man, old man, for animate. Then inanimate, an object, or you call the object is name a chair, a table, whatever it is. You mentioned that. Now by color, if we're speaking about animate things like human beings, you can speak about complexion, light skinned, dark skinned, that, or if it's an animal. Let's take cat as an example. It could be a white cat, a brown cat, a black cat, a white and brown cat, however you speak about the color. Then if it's inanimate, a brown table, a black table, you get it, color. Then the size, small, big, large, medium, tall, short, petite, huge. This is where you tell them that you know your onion. Like you tell them that, I know English. I can speak English. So you can use this of small, this of short, you can use petite, this of tall, you can use huge, that sort of thing. So that's about size. If it's inanimate, large, small, you get. Anyway, the next thing we're going to talk about is the position in the image. If what you're describing is in the foreground or the background or towards the left, the side, you speak about that. And then the next thing you're going to talk about is the posture. If this is related to just animate things. If the person is sitting, standing, walking, jumping, the animal is sitting, sleeping, lying down, we talk about the posture, right? And then action. Person may be talking, person may be writing, person may be lighting a candle or pushing a stroller or mowing the lawn. I believe that you understand now. So in summary, I'm sorry if I sound like I'm repeating myself. I just feel like I need to get my point across well. You're describing an image, you speak about the image in as much detail, or you write about the image using the appropriate words. Just say what you see, right? Now, you talk about the name, the color, the size, the posture, the position in regards to the image and the action. Yeah, that's basically all. Now, with what I have said, I'm going to try to describe an image in the way that I can. I'm going to be speaking, obviously, but if you're writing, you have to be as fast as possible and talk about the main things as much as you can. There's also something else I'd like to add. Let your first sentence be a summary of different picture because you may not have enough time to go into details, right? Now that I've gotten that out there, I'm going to go ahead and look at the image again. Pardon me. This image has a girl, it has a cake, it has a plate, it has someone else that we cannot fully see. There is a countertop or a tabletop, there is a chair. Basically, all of that. Remember, we said name, the girl, color, her complexion, she's light skinned, she's a young girl, she's not a child, she's light skinned, she's sitting on a chair. There are inanimate objects in that picture. How I describe this image. This image shows a young light-skinned girl lighting candles on a blue and cream slice of cake placed in a white plate. Do we get it? If we don't get it, I'm going to try to come again. This image shows a young light-skinned girl lighting candles on a blue and cream slice of cake in a white plate. I don't know if that's how I said it the previous time. That basically summarizes the image. Now, if you have more time, you can speak about area thing in the image that we didn't speak about. You can speak about the chair she's sitting on the table, the cake is on the other person who we cannot fully see in the picture, the wall, the color of her camisole, because it's silhouettes, but camisole seems more appropriate. So we're going to try to do it again. I'll speak about all of these things that I just added. Right. So I'm going to go ahead to try to describe the whole image now. Right. I hope I can do it in one breath. I'm going to go ahead to do it, try to do it in one breath. Anyway, this image shows a young light-skinned girl lighting candles on a blue and cream slice of cake placed in a white plate. She's wearing a camisole with different shades of nude colors bordered by white thin lines. And she's sitting across someone else who is also holding a candle. The plate is on a table that seems to be marbled and they seem to be celebrating a birthday. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Finally! Anyway, that's how I would describe it. If you want to hear it again, you can rewind. Or let me just try. If you want to hear it again, you can take it back a few seconds and hear how I describe it again. Right? So that's how I will approach describing a picture, whether writing or speaking. You just know that you have to be quick on your feet. You're thinking on the spot, and you have to you have to write as fast as you can when you're writing and speak as fast as you can when you're speaking. That is why I advise that your very first sentence should be a sufficient summary of the whole picture. Right? Like the first sentence I used, if my time was up, to me, it would have been sufficient enough because it basically talks about what is happening majorly in the image. Anyway, try to type as fast as possible and speak as fast as possible. And in order to do this, don't skip the part where you get to look at the image before your time starts counting. Look at the image, prepare if it's only your first sentence, you won't prepare, but try to prepare everything you're going to say whilst looking at the image, and then you can answer everything. I hope that this video has been of help, or I hope that you have been able to learn something from this video. In the next video, we're going to be talking about writing about a topic, any topic. It could be a topic you're not familiar with or a topic you're familiar with. Anyway, let me not go into. Before I go, I want to say thank you to all 527 of you as at the time that I'm recording this video. I don't know if you people have increased, but I want to say thank you. I am super grateful. I'm really grateful. You don't know the half of it. And I am glad that I can be of help to you. Thank you. I really do hope that my videos help you and you pass your Duolingo tests the Duolingo English test and get the score that you desire or even more. I'm rooting for you all. Really, I'm rooting for you all, and thank you. Watch out for the next video on writing about a topic. In the meantime, toodles!